Imagine this: no explosion, no alarms, no warnings. One moment, the world is breathing, and the next, oxygen is gone. Not slowly, not thinning, instantly. 5 seconds doesn't sound like much. You blink, you inhale, you exhale, and it's over. But in those 5 seconds, the planet doesn't just hold its breath, it collapses. The first thing you'd notice is silence. A strange, unnatural silence. Engines choke mid-roar. Jet turbines die while slicing through the sky at hundreds of miles per hour. Flames everywhere. Kitchen stoves, factory furnaces, power plants vanish as if someone snapped their fingers. Fire cannot exist without oxygen, and in a single instant, every flame on Earth is erased. Cities don't burn, they go dark. Your body reacts before your mind understands. You try to inhale, but nothing enters your lungs. Your chest expands, muscles straining, nerves firing, but the air has no oxygen to give. In your blood, oxygen levels crash immediately. The brain, greedy and fragile, begins to panic within a fraction of a second. Confusion floods your thoughts. Vision dims, like a curtain being pulled across your eyes. People mid-sentence stop speaking. Runners collapse mid-stride. Swimmers feel their limbs turn to stone as the water around them becomes deadly. Even fish aren't safe. The oxygen dissolved in water vanishes too. Gills pull in emptiness. At 1 second, the atmosphere is still there, but it's suddenly useless. Nitrogen remains. Carbon dioxide remains. But oxygen, the molecule that fuels every living cell, is gone. The sky doesn't disappear, but it changes. Without oxygen, sunlight scatters differently. The blue fades, replaced by a darker, alien shade, as if Earth briefly belongs to another universe. At 2 seconds, your inner ear loses balance. You feel weightless, dizzy, disconnected from your own body. Blood pressure drops as oxygen-starved vessels fail to regulate themselves. Muscles weaken instantly. Your hands tremble. Your legs forget how to stand. At 3 seconds, consciousness slips. Most people black out not because they are dying, but because the brain shuts itself down to survive. The lucky ones collapse to the ground before they can feel the full terror. The unlucky ones are still aware, trapped inside bodies that suddenly refuse to obey. At 4 seconds, the planet itself begins to suffer. Earth's crust, bound together partly by oxygen atoms in rocks and minerals, weakens. Concrete structures lose strength. Steel doesn't rust anymore, but that doesn't matter now. Buildings don't crumble yet, but microscopic fractures ripple through roads, bridges, and skyscrapers like invisible lightning. The ozone layer, made entirely of oxygen, disappears instantly. For 5 terrifying seconds, Earth stands naked before the sun. Ultraviolet radiation slams into the surface without mercy. Skin cells burn. Eyes are damaged. DNA mutates in real time. At 5 seconds, the impossible ends. Oxygen snaps back into existence. Air rushes into lungs violently. People gasp, cough, scream. Some wake up on the ground, not knowing why they're alive. Others never wake up at all. Hearts restart. Fires do not. Engines remain dead. Planes fall. Across the world, aircraft that lost combustion don't magically recover. Hundreds of planes plummet from the sky, smashing into cities, oceans, forests. Ships lose power and drift. Submarines go silent. Elevators freeze between floors, trapping screaming passengers in darkness. In hospitals, chaos erupts. Patients on oxygen support machines flatline. Some are revived. Many are not. Emergency rooms flood with people suffering from hypoxia, burns from radiation exposure, and internal injuries from collapsing mid-movement. Plants look fine at first. Leaves are still green. Trees are still standing. But photosynthesis was interrupted, and many delicate species are fatally damaged. Crops begin to fail days later. Ecosystems unravel silently. Birds fall from the sky by the millions. Insects die in staggering numbers. The oceans become graveyards as plankton, the base of marine life, suffocate. Within weeks, food chains snap like overstretched wire. Human civilization survives. But it is wounded. Satellites damaged by radiation fail. GPS flickers. Power grids struggle to restart. Global communication fractures. Panic spreads faster than facts. Religions call it judgment. Scientists call it impossible. Governments call emergency meetings they aren't prepared to lead. And yet, the most terrifying truth comes later. 5 seconds was enough to prove how fragile everything is. Not just life, not just technology. Reality itself. Because if oxygen can vanish once, it can vanish again. And next time it might not come back. What do you think would be the scariest part? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.